welcome to
the High Podcast
with your boy Matt Jackson
and Joe motherfucking Cool.
Special edition of the show, and we in costume form, boy. So different, but we're gonna kick it in with a little bit of this live stuff here, and then we'll be going right into a voice recording. So everything will be right there with you.
Podcast will be as normal after we do the little introduction that we've come accustomed to doing.
So hopefully y'all have a good Halloween. What was you about to say? What was you about to say?
So Matt, how was your past week? What's
Been great.
going on?
Been good. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of horror movies.
Oh.
That's all I really do anyway. Watch horror, and well, that's during Halloween season anyway. And of course Fortnite and some WWE 2K20. Like I was talking on the podcast that I just released this morning. So go out and get that game. Let me tell you. So anyway, what is on the agenda today? What is the show we're going at? We don't even know yet, do we?
What should we watch
I have
for
no
Halloween Day? What should we watch right now?
I have no clue. What year? We won't know. I don't know. What year? I don't remember. We'll say 99 maybe?
99.
Because we were like, how old?
Oh, we would have been 11 then because we were 88 babies.
Okay, so we're 11 years old during this time period of 1999. I'm just going to go with that. It sounds like a good one to do anyway. So, man, there's so much stuff going on in the wrestling days. Anyway, my mask is inspired by The Fiend, if you didn't know. And now you know. So, there's so much stuff going on with wrestling anyway. Just to get off the topic of old stuff too, while we're at it. A lot of good stuff going on. The Fiend and all that stuff. But he came back with a very emotional promo recently on SmackDown. And, yeah, I got kind of like teary-eyed with it. And then his new character, which everybody's like, oh, who is this with the white mask coming in and distracting them and, whatever. It's him. It's another entity, like the Fiend was, to take over what he is, take over his human stuff. So
It's the new thing.
yeah,
The next.
which is kind of like, I guess, the White Rabbit, but people were saying it's going to be called Captain Howdy because they have two copyrights out, Captain Howdy and Uncle Howdy. I said Captain Howdy because that's from something else. But anyway, an Uncle Howdy and Uncle Harper are two names that they just copyrighted. And something else they copyrighted too. A couple other wild names for NXT. So that's pretty crazy to bring up to some new updates and shit with some new wrestling and stuff like that. What just happened? Raw was great last night. The OC.
See, I can't even comment on.
Well, Dominic Mysterio beat AJ Styles. So just to let you know that. Dominic Mysterio.
And
the little baby.
Style.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
yeah, it was a roll up. And then, yeah.
That's impressive. He must be a little older.
I wouldn't say so. I think I think it was a cheat too. It was kind of a cheating deal, but he still rolled him up. It wasn't like he cheated and held the ropes to beat him.
Well, he's a heel right now.
Yeah,
So he would cheat.
Yeah, Judgment Day. So anyway, this Halloween is going to be great. We got a lot of stuff coming up in our thing that I'll probably be putting on my other channel because I know I have next weekend is the escape room. I'm hoping to get some footage of that, and
You can't take video inside the escape room.
I can't.
No.
I'm gonna sneak some.
Because it could be like you're gonna sell it to somebody for the answers.
Oh no, I wouldn't be recording that stuff with him. I'd just recording like the way we looked and stuff, like whatever the place, maybe not the actual. If I can't record, whatever. There'll be some type of footage somewhere. But anyway, so you got anything to talk about?
I can't. I mean, yeah, I can't really think of anything to add. Any question?
I don't know. Are you good with 1999?
99's good with me. That's closer to our where we would agree.
Well, then I guess 1999 is what we're gonna be. See you then. Welcome back to the High as Fuck podcast, where we are reviewing, me and Joe Cool are reviewing Halloween Havoc 1999, which is a year that I could, more likely remember a whole lot more or whatever, but still didn't because I wasn't getting these pay-per-views. But anyway, so we are here and we are going to be doing the review of the podcast. A review of the podcast. What am I talking about? The review of 1999's Halloween Havoc, which is the second to the last Halloween Havoc that they actually do for WCW. But October 22nd is NXT's Halloween Havoc, which I'm really excited about that. Really jacked, because I get to do my yearly review on that one. So, can't wait for that.
So, the first thing I noted when we were scrolling through our Peacock WWE network here in the U.S. was that the picture for Halloween Havoc 99 was the same picture with Sting from Halloween Havoc 92.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy, because that's literally the one we just watched recently. So, I thought that was kind of crazy.
They're the same thumbnail picture.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but I'll check y'all's stuff and re-update that thing. You know what I'm saying?
The entrance was decorated very nicely in the intro when they showed the entrance.
The big blow-up pumpkin with the big creature behind it. It says Halloween Havoc on the pumpkin. Really cool nostalgic vibes there. I mean, if you were a kid during that time, that was just, it was something else.
Yeah.
Of course, I was a kid during this time anyway, so yeah.
And then we got Tony Schiavone. And Bobby Heenan. The greatest... one of the two greatest announced teams in wrestling history.
I would have to say.
Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan, and then JR and King.
Yeah, JR and King. Like, we were talking about that the other night. Like, what's your favorite broadcast team? Which, that's another show on its own. So, we'll definitely have to do some, like, top 10s here and there sometime. And, like, I can add in, like I used to do. So...
All right, for our first match, though, we've got Disco Inferno versus the Raging Cajun Lash LaRue.
Lash LaRue, like, that dude didn't get enough credit back when I was younger anyway. That I remember.
This
could have remembered wrong, but
this match was really good for me. I
felt like Disco got all the fucking hype and all the everything, and Lash LaRue is like a way better competitor than him.
I was a Disco mark when I was a kid.
Me too. I can't help it.
The nostalgia of Disco Inferno, just his sexuality and everything about it, like, just brought something in there that was,
I also mentioned a little bit of Fandango during that match because I felt like they tried to revive it. Vince was like, I'm going to revive this disco.
We were trying to combine
but we got a ballroom dancer instead of a
We were
disco.
trying to figure out who was the modern day of these two.
Yeah.
And it came down to Heath Slater.
Yeah, I would say so, but a bigger Jack
and
Heath Slater.
What the other guy that you just said?
Fandango.
Yeah.
Fandango.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a big dude. I'm a big fan of him. I have his shirt. I have one of his first shirts. So, like, yeah.
I wrote here.
So, I was a big disco guy, too, when I was a kid. But I liked Lash LaRue's at this point.
I wrote here about Disco. He was even better than I remember in this match. Like, I remember it being great, but this match was so
better
good.
than I would thought. Yeah, like I know I watch these like every year. I'll go back and rewatch them, but it's not like I'm gonna remember everything you watch. But rewatching it again this year and actually getting a second person's opinion on it this year with me is like, and I wanted to dive back into some older pay-per-views, but me sitting here talking about an old pay-per-view is just like, okay, whatever. I would rather if I was listening to this, I would rather listen to me talk about like reviewing like individual shows that's happening now. But if I was to deep dive, or not even deep dive, but half-ass deep dive,
with something old school would be better with somebody else. And you're the perfect person for this.
Yeah.
I would say in my life, you're like the most perfect person to sit down and talk old school and chop it up.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm proud to have you on as this. I wanted to say that before, but I want to say it now in this podcast right here that I'm happy to have you aboard on the Wrestling Mat Network, doing this very unique type podcast, because I don't know if there's any of them. I know there's ones out there, but I don't know if anybody's got the High As Fuck podcast, which we do the High AF podcast for sensory reasons.
I get Joed out, and that's why this is the High As Fuck podcast.
Oh yes, we call that getting Joed out in our little circle. It's getting Joed out. When you get zonked, you are Joed. But glad to have you aboard, though, for real. So I just like, just differences of opinions and all that, and just, just being able to, that is the cute dog in the background. But,
Milo, you gotta be quiet, we're videoing.
But anyway, it's a great addition to the show. So.
All right. I wrote some notes about Disco and Lash LaRue. Lash LaRue had a nice neck breaker. Disco did a nice pile driver. Disco Inferno won the match.
Yeah, but the match, I think the whole startup from the entrances all the way in to the end and the finish of the match was just good shit. I think he botched, right? Lash LaRue, I called it, right? Like he fucking botched when he went to do the Hurricanrana. He landed straight on his head. That's something simple to happen. He's a big dude, big old fella. Oh well, for his stature, he was pretty jacked, That was about the only thing I remember in the whole match that was like, I was like, oh god, damn, I wish that didn't happen.
I thought it had been it looked decent. It was good.
I'd have to say for them two guys, that's a 5-star match for me, I think.
And it was definitely a good early pay-per-view match.
4.5 star.
Like first match. Because
I don't want to sound like Dave Meltzer over here, but 5.5 star then, for that time period, I mean, grade A, good shit. Very talented.
Then we had a segment with Revolution,
which was Eddie and
Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Shane Douglas, and Perry Saturn.
Oh, that's right. I got mixed up.
How they were all at odds. They were having some kind of conflict. And then Booker T, Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat versus the Filthy Animals with Hugh Morris and Brian Knobbs also. So it was a 3-way match, tag teams for the vacated tag team championships.
Which was really cool to see for that time period.
Street fight rules, too.
Yes. And this is 99, which this is like one of my favorite years anyway, starting in the
I couldn't tell anything that was going on from the beginning. I just wrote down utter chaos at the beginning of the match.
It was wild. We had Brian Knobbs. I like the mask that Brian Knobbs and which I got excited there from, and I was like, oh shit, the Nasty Boys, but no, it wasn't the Nasties. It was Brian Knobbs and Hugh Morris, which is a playoff of the word humorous. So I like them from the get-go anyway, because I like Brian Knobbs and the Nasty Boys. Sorry. Call me out now.
Hugh Morris
I'm a
is
Nasty
good
Boy guy.
Hugh Morris is a good
Yes, he is. He's got a great moonsault.
Yeah.
Off the top rope.
For a big man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing and then Kevin Owens later on, Kevin Steen, whatever you're going to call him, he started doing stuff like that too as well once he got bigger. And there's bigger guys than that, Bam Bam Bigelow and all that. We can be here all day talking about big guys doing shit like that. Amazing shit.
But table moonsault was a good spot. I think that was Hugh. Came off the top rope.
The match was chaos. The finish to that was...
It was two bad endings from 92. We had just watched 92, and that had a bad ending in their tag team match.
Yeah. And they were going closer to the end of the Halloween.
And then 99, and it's still a bad ending with their tag team match.
And this was what? Eric Bischoff's regime, I would think, right? Because 92 was somebody else. So...
Eric Bischoff's booking for this match or
Russo.
Yeah, whoever was booking this match.
Well, no one birthed the hands. So
they booked Booker T and Stevie Ray to win in the back, But also another tag team to win in the main house, in the ring.
Yeah, and it was the opposite team to both of them.
Yeah.
So it was the third team that got pinned, right? One got pinned back, one got pinned in the front, or in the ring area. And I just was like, you know what? They should just let the two people that pinned the two opposite teams just duke it out until there's a winner there. And get rid of the other team.
They should have
done obviously they got eliminated.
They should have done that.
It would have been it's an easy fix right there. But they had something else booked. That's not how
Booker T and Harlem Heat were supposed to win the title, so they just gave it to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was booked for them, Booker T and shit. It was booked for Booker. But Booker T Washington and Stevie Ray Nicks
just won the tag team championships.
Yeah, the Harlem Heat.
It was a good match, though. Good, solid spots and good hard hits.
Hardcore, I'll give 4.5 too for it, probably. You know, something around there. Because for hardcore, really good shit. I mean, you got a good 3 teams in there that are good. I mean, I don't think Brian Knobbs and Hugh Morris was very known for being a tag team or nothing, but I mean, because Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs was the team for that. That was the Nasty Boys, you know. But I didn't even say anything about their masks, but they came out with these Halloween masks in the beginning that I really did. I really like the quality of those masks.
Oh, yeah, and then Jimmy Hart was with them, too.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Hart, he came out with the mask as well. Mm-hmm. He was dressed up as something.
Oh.
I fucking forgot, but it was awesome. It was just cool seeing that shit.
Oh, man. And then DDP came out and did a promo.
2 of the greatest men are in the ring right now.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of the greatest wrestlers of all time are in the ring.
We might
at the moment.
need to pause it so we can watch that when we get ready to review.
Yeah. Bret Hart and Lex Luger.
That's later in the podcast.
Yeah,
when we get there.
Bret Hart, boy.
We had a promo from DDP. He came out and yelling at Ric Flair.
Which was great for me. You can yell at Ric Flair all day. That's what I want.
DDP's promo hit real hard. The crowd was solidly against DDP when he was giving his promo, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It was.
He had this New York accent or something, some type of accent with this shit. I love DDP. Just everything he did.
And then David came in and was
David Flair, the best Flair of them all.
Yeah. And DDP challenged Flair to a strap match that I guess wasn't on the card like originally set.
I guess so, but it was probably still booked, you know, behind paper, you know, behind the scenes booked, but TV purposes not.
Right. They
wanted to build it, I guess, that way, kind of a raw, real. I mean, I got more real vibes out of that because you know he had it wrapped around his body underneath this, you know, shirt.
Right.
No one knew DDP came out there with a strap and go about to do that, you know. So maybe they did in the back. That's beside the point. It's real and on the spot and, you know, captures that moment for people that are not in the know.
And then at the end of that promo,
definitely got me by the emotional straps.
At the end of that promo, Goldberg came in to the arena looking for Sid Vicious.
Oh Lord, Goldberg and
the little
Sid Vicious
security guards
later too.
The little security guard told him that Sid was in his locker room, so Goldberg ran off looking for him. Then we got the Revolution, Perry Saturn versus the Filthy Animals, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dropped across. Oh, Perry Saturn took Eddie out and dropped him face first, like they smash on the turnbuckle, but he did it into the steel steps.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was heavy. High body drops, and there was a lot of hold for hold like move in this match. Very technical mat wrestling.
Mat wrestling.
I thought it was a good match though. Eddie G is always a solid performer.
Oh yeah, just in that match, I'm just like, I can't stop thinking about how. And I said it while watching the match. I was like, well, how old would he be? And I looked it up, and he was going to be 55 right now. He'd be 55 years old. And I'm like, well, fuck. Chris Jericho is 50-some years old. Ooh. So we're talking about we could have Eddie Guerrero. We could have had Eddie Guerrero and Lucha Underground easy. because that was a while back. So he would have been younger, right? So he would have been definitely in Lucha Underground with Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Okay, and all these other luchas and any other company that was coming up like that, you know, he would have definitely been on TNA. There would have been no way in hell he wouldn't have appeared on TNA somehow during that time if he would have been alive right now. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell they wouldn't have gotten him. Or, you know, him doing some stints in WWE.
It would have been around.
He would Lucha Underground for a fact. Yeah. Okay, for a fact. Okay. You know, just thinking about it. Every time I watch Eddie Guerrero matches, I'm thrown back into a seat like, what if he was still alive? What would he have done? What if he had done? There'd been great matches in Lucha Underground. Think about the fantasy booking you could do right now in your head if you knew some guys from Lucha Underground like Mil Muerte. That'd have been a crazy match, dude. Prince Puma, which is Ricochet. Ricochet and Eddie Guerrero in the same ring fighting each other. You know, Pentagon and Ray.
Yeah.
Not Ray. Pentagon, Ray Phoenix. Yeah, Pentagon and Ray Phoenix. That's what I was going to say. Either one of them going up against Eddie Guerrero. Or them two versus Eddie and Ray. Oh, my motherfucking Jeebus. Okay? That is a WrestleMania times 10 match right there. The Lucha Brothers versus damn Ray and Eddie. Or Eddie and Chavo. I mean, but Chavo's not that great.
Eddie had a really great spot. He came off a brainbuster suplex and then he climbed onto the top rope. He was going to do a frog splash. Then Saturn rolled out of the way and nobody home. He hit the mat hard.
Yeah. That was a good, this was a roller coaster match, I would say. Like, it was great.
Went back and forth a lot.
Yeah. I would say that was a really good match for Eddie. Eddie's gear was on point. So was Saturn. Saturn was jacked, as always.
Saturn springboarded off the middle rope to go back and do an elbow on Eddie, but Eddie wasn't there, and he turned around and springboarded and drop kicked him in the gut. That was a good spot.
That was a good spot. Yeah. Well, so much happened in that match. But overall, I don't know, maybe a 4. I mean, I would give that a 5-star, 6-star, just because Eddie's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't want to go with all 4.
But it ended in a disqualification because Ric Flair ran down with the crowbar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Another one of those.
Beat up
Eddie
Guerrero or whatever. Yeah.
Disqualifications, no, you know.
And then Ric Flair kissed Tori.
Oh, my God, that scoundrel. Oh, my God, he's a loose cannon. I don't know why they call Brian Pillman a loose cannon. Damn, Ric Flair is. You don't know what he's gonna do next. You gotta, hide your, daughters and stuff. He don't care how old they are, probably. We don't know.
Then we had a promo.
He's like 50-some years old here.
Yeah,
and she's like 50. What, 20-something? Mm-hmm. You know,
he was 50.
They don't care.
Right after that, we had
he's a scoundrel.
A promo for the Goldberg Sid Vicious match. And Sid got beat up in the back, and then he was screaming and yelling, "Let it bleed!
Let it bleed!
Where is he? Is that all you got, man?"
That's all I could understand was "Let it bleed." The rest of it I didn't understand. I mean, it's like Sid Vicious just screaming like Scott Steiner does. It's like, you can't understand a fucking word you're saying, dude.
He was scatting.
But you did. You understood what he said. I couldn't. I was just like, what the fuck did he just say? I can't understand. It's like Ultimate Warrior just spouting out shit. Just like whatever you wanted to say.
And then we had Buff Bagwell come out unannounced again. Walk down to the ring.
Oh, Buff the stuff.
He challenged
Girls
Jeff Jarrett.
Can't get enough.
Challenged Jeff Jarrett to a fight.
I'm in it. I'm in it for that.
But there was not actually a match card.
Yeah, it wasn't even really booked.
It was just they fought, beat each other up.
Yeah, they had a little tissel tassel.
A few good little spots.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, it's Buff. Buff's good.
Then Flexi Lexi, the total package Lex Luger, came down.
Oh yeah. That's that man right
and
there.
broke into that.
At that time period, I was a big Lex Luger guy too. I don't know, something about these jack guys.
And then we got another promo. Like, after that fight, I mean, it wasn't even a sanctioned match, but just fight. Then we had another promo. Psycho said they're trying to patch him up and like stitch his head where he was bleeding and
he was fine until the cameras got there. As soon as the camera was on, he just started freaking out, saying, "Leave me alone!
Leave me alone! Let me bleed!"
It's like you should have been acting like that while the camera's coming in on your shot. You know what I'm saying? You should have been acting already. You should have just waited till whatever. I don't know. I think they could have done that a little better.
Yeah. And then
But it was still a golden moment though, because Psycho said, man.
And then we had Eddie laying in the stairwell. He couldn't hardly breathe.
That was a weird part.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
And he was like,
I don't remember what happened to him in the match.
He needed Ray.
Is it because he hit the mat with the false frog splash when he?
I think so.
When he when he falls, it was a false one.
When he missed.
And he hit, and is that it? Because
I think that was it.
I mean, your knees could have helped you with that if you landed a certain way. I mean, if you're doing this already, I mean, I don't know, man. It was a really weird.
It was a weird spot, but it was
Sitting
just to get Eddie
to
get Ray to come back.
I need you, Ray. He's like,
because they had
he's about to give birth.
They had some filthy animal business they needed to handle.
Yeah, filthy animal business. That team was cool. Billy Kidman and Ray and Conan and Eddie.
Yeah.
Really cool time period. When Rey Mysterio had no mask, it was really weird.
Yeah, I didn't really like Ray with no mask. I'll talk about that a little bit
because I got to see a different side of him. Something that was not forever. Like, you already knew it wasn't going to be forever. It's Rey Mysterio we're talking about. He grew up with that mask. Like, he earned that damn mask. So for it to be taken away like that was kind of crappy.
Yeah.
But in that sense, it was kind of a shafted moment. But
then we had Brad Armstrong versus Berlin.
Berlin at this time.
I didn't even know these people.
I love Berlin. When I was growing up, man, Berlin was my dude.
When I first went into this match, and I was like, Brad Armstrong versus Berlin, I have no idea who these people are. Is this going to be a sleeper? I asked myself that. But no, it was a good match. There was good technical wrestling in it. It was Berlin kept being nonchalant every time he tried to pin this guy. Like, he just laid on him. He didn't do really anything.
Yeah. He came out with the wall.
Yeah.
I love the wall. Like, I really do. I love the dude who plays the wall. I love, or a wall, or whichever name you know him as. He went by both.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Berlin, still not taking this seriously, I wrote. Brad Armstrong won the match.
Which was, as a kid, that was bullshit for me. Although I knew why he won. I mean, he is the bigger guy, I guess, if that's how you're booking it. But Berlin had a lot to offer. He has a great image. He has a great image. A crazy freaking mohawk. Like, that shit is pretty wild. And it's kind of like Elvis. It's kind of like an Elvis.
A bouffant mohawk.
Like, it's weird, but it's like cut like the Boogeyman's is. Yeah. It's like a triangle in the front. It comes in and it 2 points or something. It's really weird. It's like a heart.
Did have a very interesting mohawk for sure.
Yeah. And his gear was good, and his size and stature went good with the gimmick, and his presence, his entrance gear, the glasses, the jacket he wore, or whatever, and he came out with this big motherfucker called the Wall. I know he had to have been called the Wall at this time. He had the white shirt and shit. So I know he went by A Wall.
They both wore sunglasses. Yeah.
Yeah. But the Wall and Berlin, the Berlin Wall. Yeah. Like, they were really reaching for some of these things during the time. But Berlin is actually a really cool name for a character. So when I was growing up, I liked that character because I've always liked Germany as the country. So I've always liked the flag, looked cool, and whatever. So I've always had, and I have German roots and shit. So I don't know. Maybe I gravitated to Berlin because of some other things. Yeah. But whatever. But he was a great wrestler anyway. I liked him. I think he was actually Wolfie D as well.
Now, Brad Armstrong won with the 3 count, and he actually took the pin seriously. So that was the end of that match. We had Mike Tenay and Ric Flair talking, a promo, and Ric Flair had the crowbar, and he was going to go beat up somebody.
That crowbar had to have been fake. Like, that thing bent too quick, man.
All right. So that was that promo. Then we had the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner,
Okay.
versus Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit, man.
Chris Benoit was always a solid performer, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and take the heat, even though everybody's going to hate me. But everything that he did in ring was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And his career never should have been scrapped just because of all the bullshit.
Of course. I would say the same. I'd say the same. I mean, I think right now, I don't think anybody should be, catching any type of, bad vibes from this. But Chris Benoit, as a performer, before all this stuff, we got to detach from that and go back to where he was normal, because there's a lot there. There's a lot there. There's a lot of conspiracies there. There's a lot of bullshit there. I don't think he did none of it. I don't think he was framed and shit, and I feel like someone else did what happened. But whatever, because there's so many different, whatever.
Even if
solid performer,
separating the person from the reality of
Jim Cornette even said it,
and from the wrestler.
All right, there's been other people saying it. I know I'm always spouting about Jim Cornette, but he has said it too, and I feel what he says. He's a solid performer, but as a person at that time period, a piece of shit. But he wasn't a piece of shit his whole life.
Right.
You can't just put this little tiny bit of life, which was a weekend of chaos, okay? Even if he did it, you can't put this whole weekend. You can't put this whole weekend and make his whole life this weekend.
Yeah.
You can't do it, okay? That is fucked up, and it's bullshit. It's fucked up. A whole weekend. That's a weekend of being a piece of shit, probably, maybe. And if it was anything else, then maybe like a week, a month, or whatever, being a piece of shit. Whatever it is, it's a time period in his life.
Yeah.
That's his whole life, is in a month, maybe. Even if it's a year of being a piece of shit. 1 year is his whole life. Come on now. That shit just is, it's for the birds, man.
Yeah.
It's for the birds. The birds don't even want it.
Then we got Chris Benoit versus Dogface Gremlin. This was a good match.
Really good match. Solid.
Dogface Gremlin, Rick Steiner was given a clinic on power wrestling. He just gave a class on power, teaching you how to wrestle power. I mean, he was great. He tried to drop him with 2 German suplexes, but they were released German suplexes. They didn't turn into the Benoit
where he just bam,
German
bam,
suplexes.
bam, keeps going.
The Steiner took him to the outside. He ran away to try to escape the crossface. He just dumped himself on the outside. Outside, they did some really good spots. Really hardcore for just a regular match.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Benoit got kicked in the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And then Rick Steiner rubbed his face into the mat.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I was like, dang, he's like rubbing his face in the mat like he done pissed somewhere. Yeah, rub your nose in this piss, boy. I'm gonna piss the damn floor.
Then they slammed him into the corner in a proverbial tree of woe.
Oh, that was nasty too. Wasn't there another moment where it was like a...
He said there was a botch. He was going to do something. Chris Benoit tried to hook his head, and then he just fell straight into the mat.
Yeah. But I can't remember what he was trying to do. But yeah, he just dropped him or something. It was wild. But there was a couple good spots in that match.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the Razor Edge? When did that happen? I'm trying to remember what match that was.
Shit.
Because I called it something else. I was like, is that the something Edge? The Saturn's. Oh, that was in Saturn's match.
We forgot to mention that.
Shit, we forgot to mention that. But anyway, in the Saturn match, he went up there to do the top rope one.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, "What is this?"
Razor's Edge.
Yeah, Super Razor's Edge. I was like, "What is this? The Saturn's Edge or the Saturn's Rings or whatever the hell?" Anyway,
Rings of Saturn.
The Rings of Saturn. But no, that's a submission move. All right, never mind. We went backwards. Sorry about that.
We had chops by Chris Benoit again, like Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Chris Benoit's chops look like they hurt. They would be painful.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they are. They are. They're like, fucking Andre the Giant chopping. And his stature, I don't know.
Then,
Fucking insane.
And then we had the Chris Benoit trifecta of German suplexes. Finally, Chris Benoit did them right.
That had to been where Brock Lesnar got why he does his like that. I mean, who else was doing it like that?
The trifecta?
Yeah,
Guerrero.
Oh yeah,
Did a trifecta of
those
suplexes. Yeah.
Then you had the Germans. That was the German
Chris Benoit.
ones. That's Chris Benoit.
And that's because they were best friends. He
Brock
probably came
Lesnar.
to one of them came to the other one and was like, "Hey, I want to take your idea,
Yeah,
but I want to do it different."
and do it like I'm manhandling these people with your move. Your stature. You're manhandling people with this stature, but imagine what I could do with this stature. But Brock doing it there. So I mean. There's a lot of homages to Chris Benoit's career if you really look into it. So, excuse me.
The ref got knocked out.
It's just what it is.
Rick Steiner brought a steel chair in. Then Chris Benoit went to top rope to do a crossface headbutt onto the steel chair on Rick Steiner's face, but Rick Steiner threw it and hit him in the face.
Yeah, that was... Bam!
And then Dean Malenko came in, and you thought he was going to hit the dog-faced gremlin because Malenko and Benoit are supposed to be friends in this time period, but then he turned on Chris Benoit, smacked him in the head.
Yeah, there was like the radicals or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were at this time period, but...
Dean Malenko turned on him, smacked Chris Benoit in the head, and then Dogface Gremlin won the match.
I liked Dogface Gremlin's gear.
Rick
Steiner's gear was really nice. It says "Bite Me" on the back, and the front had the freaking the bulldog or whatever and then his boots were dope. I had to talk about their fashion,
All right, now we're close to the. Sorry, we're on a watch along now. That's right.
That's Rick Steiner shit.
We're up to the main match now. We're here with the Rick Steiner finishing what we were watching. And Rick Steiner brings in that steel chair, like I said, after the ref got knocked out. Tries to whack Benoit with it. Benoit does a belly to belly.
Dumps him on his head.
Dumps him on his head.
Like throws it right there.
And smacks him in the head.
Damn, he's like punched right at it. Boom!
And this is where he's going to do the crippler.
I love the whole cutthroat thing he does. I love it. I like
homage to the Undertaker.
Yeah, Chris Benoit was one of my.
He
put it in.
Smashed him in the face.
If it would have went up this way, oh my god, it would have caught him in his throat. It would go. He would have killed him then. He would have died then. So I mean, I don't know. But Chris Benoit is a performer. Whew.
Oh, he was great.
Talent, man.
And then it only make Dean Malenko.
Talent. Jesus.
With the steel chair. Turns on Chris Benoit. And smacks him in the head.
If this helps any, look at what I'm talking about as a character on a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some fake character on a TV show, except for he was real and they're not. It's the same thing, right? So if you like for me, I love Pee Wee Herman. Let's take that, right? Back in the day, he did something wrong in a fucking naughty theater, which why would you not think that would happen in a naughty theater? Think about it. What the hell? Doesn't make any sense, right? So you think I'm just going, okay, for instance, that's a dumb reason to hate somebody anyway.
Well, that was when Malenko joined up with the Revolution.
But what I'm saying is, that's like me saying I hate Pee Wee Herman's show because this real life person who plays this character did this and blah, blah, blah. When he was in that place, he wasn't Pee Wee Herman, he was Paul Rubin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different fucking person here, fellas. It's just, and ladies, it's a different person. It just depends on what's going on.
Right.
I mean, for real.
So then, like I said, we had this crazy match with Chris Benoit and the Dogface Gremlin. That just looks painful.
Oh, yeah.
The headbutt down to the chair and just he eats it in the face. It was...
Oh, and then Dean Malenko just whacked Chris Benoit. That's why he went insane.
People just whacked him in the head all the time.
They always whacked him in the head, so you could blame the people around them. Blame the promoters. Because that's a hard headshot. People should have never been able to take headshots like that. These chairs should have been literally fake. Maybe they make the same sound, but they're fake. I'm sorry, man. They were using some real chairs. They could have been using some type of prop chairs that didn't hurt as bad, or like had some type of fake in them.
Yeah.
They already do that anyway. So, I mean, why can't you, I don't know. Anyway. They call it a gimmick chair, but in the end of the day, because I've worked at these, like, little places that do wrestling shows, and they say it's a work chair, like a gimmick chair, right?
Yeah.
You pick that shit up, it's the same as any other chair. It's just a designated chair to dent up and fuck up.
Yeah.
Understand? It's like, it's fucked up. Okay? It's fucked up.
Now in our watch along, we had a commercial break. Now in our watch along, we got...
I'm not dissing anybody out there. I'm just saying.
Benoit. No, not Chris Benoit. Fucking Bret Hart's
interview
versus
with Mike Tenay.
Or interviewing with Mike Tenay.
Yeah. Yeah, the interview.
Mike getting ready to go into
Bret Hart.
Mike Tenay getting ready to go in, or Bret Hart getting ready to go into his match with Flexi Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. I like that. Man, I like that. But that was my dude too. So this match right here, it's like back in this time period, I was going probably for Lex Luger.
This was marquee match right here.
Yeah, definitely marquee. It's marquee, I'm telling you. But I was probably going for Lex Luger at this point. Just saying. Probably.
I was definitely going for Lex Luger. I never really cared for Bret Hart.
Yeah.
He was too quiet and not
Bret
really...
Hart. I like Bret Hart in WWE.
Bret Hart, though, he was too quiet and not really engaged.
Yeah, he was. He was to himself, and he was really calm and collected most of the time.
Yeah, for me,
because
I like as a child in that time period, I
he
really
was dull, I guess. Yeah. No charisma, so to speak.
Right.
No, whatever. That's why, like, people like Shawn Michaels got over, and God damn it, I hate to say it, but I mean, they did. I liked them at that time period too. I liked Shawn Michaels at one point, but he got old. I was like, okay. And then when I found out they were screwing Bret Hart because of a jerk off that was like not even a nice person to Bret Hart in the first place, he was an actual fucking piece of shit. To the other opponents he was going up against, he was a piece of shit. Backstage shit. Shawn Michaels is a piece of shit.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry. At that point, he's already came out and said,
"Piece of shit." He said
he's sorry now, but I know he's sorry now. But damn, he disrespected and damn, just it's some I don't know. Whatever happened during that period was fucked up towards Bret Hart. Yeah. When his family is one of the biggest families.
But Bret was being a crybaby and not letting them book it the way they wanted to book it. So they were he forced their hand.
And he has no family in wrestling at all. Mr. Shawn Michaels. Mr. Shawn Hickenbottom. Shawn Michael Hickenbottom. Whatever you want to call him. Michael Shawn Hickenbottom. Motherfucker ain't got no family in wrestling. That's probably what it was. Well, Bret's got all that family damn in wrestling. Fuck it, man.
Bret.
Shawn Michaels is a douchebag.
Bret.
In real life. So what I'm saying is true. It's not like I'm dissing him.
I mean, he has admitted that, so I'm not saying that. But
all the way I'm dissing him.
Bret was not following by their rules, though.
Oh, yeah, I know. But still, I mean, he didn't have to. He was fucking Bret Hart. King of the Kings.
He did have to follow their rules. They were his employer. And that was their belt.
Yeah, I know, but he's a legend, man. He's a legend. Look at this right here with the Sting and are they just showing this, or is this what happened? Is this what's happening, like, at the hell? Like Sting and Bret Hart? Yeah, okay. So this is what had happened before. They're showing footage of what happened before we got up to this point in the pay-per-view where it's, like, it was Sting, Lex Luger, and all them. Baseball bat and all that stuff. But yeah. So yeah, if you like Shawn Michaels, you shouldn't know more. Don't like Shawn Michaels.
Don't let Matt Jackson tell you not to like Shawn Michaels. He was a piece of shit back in the day. He's good now.
He's a hoot, man. He makes me laugh. He makes me think of turtle. He does. The way he looks now with his bald ass head. He looks like, what's his name did in that turtle.
He earned that bald ass head to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah. He was cool for a while, but...
He earned that shit. He can do whatever the fuck he wants and
He's
still
horrible.
be popular.
Yeah, Bret Hart. Bret
Hart is nothing now.
now. Whatever. Bret Hart's the man.
He was.
Shawn Michaels can wrestle before he will. I'll tell you that. I think Shawn Michaels already said he's coming out of retirement. I think that's something I damn heard recently, that Shawn Michaels was talking about, like he could probably go for one more match.
He'll be the next Ric Flair.
I say let's do Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels again. And have the screw job happen to Shawn Michaels. And screw him.
What's it going to be?
And Bret can spit right in his eye, Corona season. Just spit right in his eyes.
You're so silly.
I'm so full of shit, too.
We got Flexi, Lexi,
Flexi,
and Bret the Hitman Hart.
You know what? You know what's kind of... okay, so talking about Lex Luger. You know what's wild, though? I just thought of it. Is throughout the history of mankind, people have mixed up two names. Lex Luthor and Lex Luger. So many times in my life have I said Lex Luthor and meant him. Or say Lex Luger meaning Lex Luthor. There's so many times. And I'm not the only person that I've came encounter with in my life either. There's I think it's just the whole world does it. Right? Lex Luthor, Lex Luger. It's too much alike, right? I think that it has to be universal. If you heard me just say that, comment. Please fucking comment at some point on these damn things. Comment right now if you said Lex Luger, if you met Lex Luger, if you met Lex Luthor.
This pay-per-view, they had started making them longer because the other ones were only like an hour and a half. This is double that length. It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, that's why, when we talked about it wasn't long, but this one's longer. We only hit now 40 minutes right now.
And now we're caught up to where we were on the matches. So we don't know what has happened.
I don't know what's coming up next or nothing. We just know we got Bret Hart and Lex Luger. Or Lex Luthor, whichever one you call him.
His name is Luger.
But it is. It happened
Lex
a lot.
Lugie.
It happened a lot. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too. Lex Lugie. Or Lex Noogie. Noogie. Lex Noogie.
Ooh.
Flexi.
Lexi Flexi.
Glass.
Got smashed into the apron.
Yeah. He's about
and
to
in the guardrail.
He's getting his ass whooped. Look, he stumbles.
Oh, Elizabeth coming up behind Bret Hart and attacking him.
She do this because he will punch her. No, I was playing.
Oh. Lex pulled up.
I was talking shit about Bret Hart just now. Because, I'm also a Lex Luger fan right here. What the hell am I talking about?
Lex Luger was the man.
But thinking about it as a 34-year-old guy, a grown, a 34-year-old.
Lex Luger did the titty dance. He was a man. He was the man.
Yeah, a 34-year-old man. And looking at this match. And what I'm thinking about, I don't know who I'm actually going for, really. I don't. I'm just am I going for Lex Luger at this time period as a grown man? Of the things that I know about him as a person, can't let that affect.
You have to separate.
Yeah, can't let that affect. So I had to separate. So it's
It's the same thing I said about Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, all those people you don't like. You got to separate the real them from their character.
Yeah, but
and from their wrestling career, because their wrestling career is not the real them.
But then again, for half those people you just listed, they all sucked anyway.
Ric Flair was one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time.
I give them their due. Arn Anderson was a mean motherfucker. He was dope. I just didn't really care much for him growing up. Ric Flair either, just never really cared for him.
Well, that's fair. But they were...
And that's in general. That's their whole shebang. That's their life. That's who they are in real life. That's who they are in the ring. That's all this kayfabe. That's all this shoot. Everything. It's everything in one. I try to classify everybody like that. I like to do it like that. I like to take everything into initiative.
When you're talking about wrestling objectively, though, you have to think about the person not as the person they are.
Definitely. Like I just said,
their wrestling career.
Yeah. I just said that about Chris Long.
Like, I know Ric Flair is a piece of shit in real life. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
Terry
He definitely
Bollea.
was.
Terry Bollea is a piece of shit in real life.
Oh yeah, let's don't get started on the Terry Bollea.
Shawn Michaels, a piece
I'll be
of
here
shit
all
in real
day
life.
talking shit about Hulk Hogan. All day.
Michael Sean Hickenbottom, a piece of shit in real life.
Hickenbottom. No wonder he had to change his name to Shawn Michaels, man. He wasn't gonna make it with Hickenbottom.
Michael
My
Sean
name is Mr. Hickenbottom.
Oh, Bret Hart with the elbow to the face.
Like, what is that? Is that like a gimmick, like store name?
Oh,
Like,
really
welcome
close.
to Hickenbottoms.
Really close
Get your
2
shit and
count.
get out.
Really close 2 count.
I mean, Bret Hart.
And the sharpshooter,
See, Bret
with the
Hart would be the
finger
man.
to the eye.
Bret Hart would be the man if I was trying to be, if I was growing in the ranks and I wanted to beat somebody that's like big time star and get pushed to the moon by beating that guy. It would be Bret Hart, especially during this time period, or you know, older too, like a little bit, you know, years back too. Because I mean, so if I have to go to Ric Flair, Bret Hart. You know, and be like, I'm the wrestler at this time. Who would I rather want to beat and be the man afterwards? It'd be Bret Hart.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. Ric
Exactly.
Flair
That's
all
Bret
day
Hart.
long.
That's Bret Hart. He said he's the best there ever was.
Ric Flair all
the
day
best
long.
there ever will be.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay,
he
so
said
that's
that.
exactly the same thing Rick said.
Ric Flair
It's the same thing
is
Rick
the
says.
limousine riding, jet
and
flying,
he kisses
wheeling,
children.
dealing,
That's great.
kiss stealing, son
I
of
thought
a
he
gun.
said, look, when I was a kid, I thought he said kid stealing. Okay, I swear to God, I thought he said kid stealing, like he stole children. Okay, I swear, when I was a kid, I heard that kid stealing. It sounds like it. Look, you'll never unhear it.
Woo!
You'll never unhear it now. You'll hear it. You're like, oh shit, I see it. I hear
To
it.
be the man, you've got to beat the man.
You gotta
Woo!
beat the man. You gotta beat him. Yeah. Yeah, y'all didn't see the gesture I just did, but anyway, you gotta beat him. Beat it. Beat it. Get Ric Flair fucking out of here. Beat his fucking ass into a pole.
Come on.
Make him bleed.
Lexi,
You know the
Flexi.
okay, so like the best part about Ric Flair is when he gets bloodied up and his hair turns color. Okay, his hair has been, oh my god, he has been old forever. We figured out he's like 50 some years old doing this, right?
He was 50 in 99.
50 and 99. He's always been old to me.
But now we're
Always.
20,
Hogan too.
23 years later, so he's 73 now.
Wow. It's just ridiculous. You know, I thought he'd be way older than that, but whatever. Because I just feel like he was just always old. He was always old. The hair was always
Well,
old.
50 did seem old
So Lex
compared to
Luger
us when we were
wins.
young. And Bret Hart just tapped out to Lex Luger's leg lock or something. We missed the end of the match.
Which is fine with me. I mean, but not, yeah, it's fine.
I don't think
But-
it should have been a submission hold.
Oh, no, not for Lex Luger, unless he's doing the fucking
Torture rack.
The torture rack, whatever he calls it. Yeah. Can't use be a narcissist. Just the narcissist. It's the craziest name, they didn't call him Lex Luger in WWE. Called him the narcissist. I remember getting
Oh, it was a
game.
half Boston Crab that Bret Hart tapped out to.
Remember getting a game, and you're like looking through these characters, and it's just the name, the narcissist.
Hmm.
I'm just like, that's a long ass name. That's a big fucking name just to be like one, the
I can't
narcissist.
believe Bret Hart just tapped out to a half Boston Crab.
Yeah, me either. That was obviously, that's the shit you look at and go, well, that was scripted.
Oh, really? All right, we got a commercial break.
That's
So,
like
buy yourself a Shasta Cola.
Shasta Cola, Milwaukee's best. Get you, what are these waters called? Purified.
Get
drinking
yourself
water.
an
Great
elf
value.
bar
Get you some
and watch
colossal,
some wrestling.
Get you some colossal carving kits for your pumpkins for your children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dummy. Yeah. Also, you should go to Food Line and go shopping. for Thanksgiving, because that is definitely going to be the next one coming up.
Commercial break.
So yeah, guess what? Thanksgiving is coming up. Halloween is coming up on above us. And it's coming up
We're
fast.
posting this on Halloween.
Yeah, this is going up on Halloween itself, right? Yeah, because that's like, what, the 31st?
Right.
Okay, so that's going up 31st. I will have the NXT Halloween Havoc review. That will go up way before that.
On the format.
That'd be the format. We'll be going back. So it'd be the 23rd, I guess. I'll release it that morning.
Because I will not
11.
invest my time in what I don't really watch the NXT stuff. So.
Yeah. And I don't expect you to. But prediction videos, I think that one went relatively well.
Goldberg.
Well, with the 500 and something.
Goldberg with
views.
a promo against Sid. So. He pointed to the blood splatter that he left on the floor after he beat him up.
Yeah. That was kind of gross looking. Y'all like, subscribe, share. Someone might want to hear
We're going into Goldberg and Sid now.
Goldberg and Sid is the main event. Oh my god.
What the There's a lady in a bikini.
I think that's Medusa. Is that Alundra Blaze?
No, that's a bikini.
Well, yeah. What she's wearing. It is. It's Medusa, like I said.
It is?
Yeah, Medusa.
She's wearing some kind of like Harley Quinn hair.
Yeah,
she's got the red and blue.
Really.
And then America.
So fake,
she's wearing a super bikini. America bikini. Her tits are fake.
Yeah,
for
fake.
sure.
That's unattractive.
They're kind of lopsided a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of sad too. That's sad. I mean, it really is. Before she's
selling some kind of cologne.
Way before she even got her boob job, it was perfect. She was perfectly fine. She was fucking perfectly fine. She probably got her butt worked on too. It's like she was perfectly fine. Now she is.
Yep. She's out here selling some kind of men's cologne in a bikini.
I mean, now it's just like, ugh, too much tan.
And she's got those whore shoes on too.
I mean, it's hot, yes, but it's not.
Oh, she's selling nitro cologne.
Nitro cologne, okay. It's not hot, but it is hot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh, all this fake shit. I didn't even notice she was fake when I was a kid. She is
selling that cologne.
Think about that. Selling hell out of some nitro cologne, bitsy tiny, what does it say, weenie? What the hell is these captions saying? Well,
she's angry. She's screaming. She's saying, tell the superpowers to F off, basically.
You got the nitro, what is it, cologne?
Yeah, she's selling.
Oh, she's pouring it all over
she
Bobby
just
Heenan.
poured it all over Bobby Heenan.
I mean, he is a weasel. He doesn't get.
She got mad because she had
I hope
to
that's
model
not real cologne.
The perfume in a bikini.
I hope that's not real cologne because it looked like the brain just got in his eyes.
Yeah, so she came out to promo the cologne to further her heel nature is what it was. She was being humiliated and she was like, F this. And then she dumped it all over Bobby Heenan.
God, let's hope that was fake. Like, hopefully that was just water. God, I hope that was water. Cologne. He wouldn't be able to do
And Tony Schiavone's just laughing.
Yeah, he always did that, man. I remember. That's like all the time he'd be like just smiling as he's like talking. But he's so professional. He's so fucking professional. He's the most professional man in the business.
And we got next match is Hogan Sting.
Is it Hogan Sting?
Nice.
Oh man, this just turned into my childhood, like the greatest parts of my childhood.
That's right.
When you had Hogan and Sting, because I was a big Hogan fan growing up until Sting started doing this Sting,
the Crow Sting,
which I liked Sting before. Like I was saying, the Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting.
I love Surfer Sting. That started my whole shebang. But I was a kid, and like what was it? Late. It was 89, 90, something. I would remember that shit. I don't know how old I was. Probably about 4. I could remember that shit. I can remember being a kid around 4 and 5. Basically,
so
or
like
something
92.
Like that. So he was still Surfer Sting and shit. So I remember Surfer Sting, and I love some Surfer Sting. Face paint got me. Ultimate Warrior, all them guys that were like that. If you had something that was different and it wasn't this blah
for Sting,
normal normal underwear, whatever they call them, trunks, like. like, and we're not talking about Stone Cold's blandness, because he had the charisma, and he had stuff that could make his tights not matter.
Yeah.
The tights didn't matter for him, but some guys it does, is what I'm saying. Back then when I was growing up, it was a lot of these guys Andre the Giant, he didn't really need much either, but there was nothing much going on with,
their decorations.
Gear and, stuff like that, so more bland. So when you had someone like Sting with a fucking image of a fucking scorpion going in his tights, and you had people like, who had it? Farouk. Ron Simmons had the tomahawk. Something really cool. An image on the side of the tights. Stuff like that is like intriguing, and it kind of helps character a little bit. Now some guys, of course, don't need it, but there was some times where there was too many of those guys, and it wasn't enough creativity. Is what I'm trying to say. So back in the day, wrestling, I do watch it for my Jake the Snakes and my Ricky Steamboats, the Roddy Pipers, and the list goes on of the greatest of all times that go back pretty far, Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that. But Barry Horowitz and countless other guys that go back, or Doink the Clown, he goes back fucking really far back too.
There's a poster in the audience that says, "Oh my God, Hogan killed Sting."
Phil the Havoc, I like that pumpkin one. But there's some of that old stuff that's kind of it's bland. It doesn't have a lot of creativity to it. So when Sting came about with Surfer or anything remotely like that, with Doom and Ron Simmons and Butch Reed, they had something there. It was something. There was at least some type of imagery that you can have some type of creative thought on in your head. Are these guys really fucking... when I was a kid, I was like, Doom. It kind of came off sinister, like Powerhouse, of course,
Right.
Yeah, top team. So, yeah. So, I don't know. More creativity in wrestling is probably better. You can't have too much of the same going on, but you have a fucking mismatch and an evenness of both, which I think WCW had that, in the most part. WCW really had a mix of people.
Yeah.
WWE did too. But if you go back too far on WWE or WCW, you can get a lot of the whole card's filled with the same looking dudes.
Mm.
You should have just made the two famous ones go out there and have billions of matches.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They all had blonde hair and mullets.
Yeah, it was just all the same. But then you got something as creative as Steve Borden right here.
Oh, I love Steve Borden.
Playing Sting, Crow-esque.
Gosh.
Vibes. He definitely got his ideas from Crow, but it's a lot different. Go look at the Crow makeup and look at this. Now his first makeup was dead on Brandon Lee. Okay, it was dead on. It was almost spot the fuck on.
I don't know. When Steve Borden first came out in the
this
trench coat,
is not. This is a
in the trench coat and the white and black and all that,
and all he had was the two lines up and down through here, right through here, like Jericho does now, for the Painmaker, but. It was just that. Now that's Brandon Lee, because that's the Crows. Now Crow didn't look like this. Crow didn't have swiggles everywhere. That was something that Sting started to do a little bit later, after he was like, you know what, let's do this Crow deal, where I can be in the Bowery or the balcony up there at the top, or up there in the rafters and stuff like that. Be Mystique, be Macabre. It can be dark. It can be this and that. Well, they got the Undertaker over there in WWF running the goddamn thing at this time point. So then you have Sting. They had to have something. So they got Sting. Can't always use Kevin Sullivan, his bitch ass. But they have Sting, and he was probably the greatest thing that's ever... That was one of the greatest things out of WCW, is Sting, Hogan, Macho Man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big talent that came out of here. Yes, Ric Flair. Yes, Ric Flair. Yeah, of course. I might not want to admit it, but, yeah. Well, I do want to admit it because it's real. But yeah, whatever. But, Sting during this time period was probably, this is what they needed. But this is, I know he was doing this. I know he was doing it in 98 and 97, I believe, 95. I think he started in 95, I believe, right? Somewhere around there. So, I don't remember. But So once that happened, that was kind of like us getting the Fiend now, or something like that, or like Danhausen or something like that. Something like made you go, oh, whoa, that's going on in wrestling. Let's watch it. I want to watch it because of this. And Sting was kind of like that grabber. He was totally like, if you saw him, anybody saw him, he's world renowned. He's known all over the world. Everybody knows who Sting is at this point too, and before, everybody knew who Sting was. So, but when he done this new shit, it was amazing shit.
1996 was when he started Crow.
Okay, 96. And then we have Hulk Hogan. Is he gonna really wrestle like this? In this black bandana and this cut off shirt and jeans?
Cut off.
Oh, he's gonna lay down on the mat so Sting can pin him. And we got Nick Patrick in this match. Is he really gonna do this? Sting really did that.
Hogan let Sting win.
That match sucked.
What?
That's what just happened, bro. That's what just happened. The match just happened, okay? Yeah. This is what just happened.
That's crazy.
We had Sting versus Hulk Hogan for the world title.
That would have been a genuine reaction that we would have had back then, too.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, what
the fuck just happened? Sting just actually pinned this man like this, and Hogan didn't kick out and trick him? The fuck, dude? What the hell has been through so shit? Has to be. Or Eric Bischoff won. They both made some dumbass mistakes. They're both stupid. And then look, this part right here where they're shoving this paper down Goldberg's mouth. And,
they're showing a promo
showing
for
stuff
Sid.
Before, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that match was stupid. Sting versus Hulk Hogan for those. That was some fucking dumb shit. Who booked that? I need to find if Jim Cornette's even talked about that before, because I want to hear what he would say about that. Because literally, I know I talk about a lot about him, but I mean, I watch his podcast and damn shit like that. I like what he's got to say, but I'd like to know what he's got to think about that one. Because he's just very animated when he talks sometimes.
Huh. So they said about that match that just happened that it could have been booked that way, or that Terry Bollea, when they said it was booked for Sting to just beat him, like squash him, was just being a temper tantrum little brat, and instead of letting Sting have even 30 seconds to squash him, he just laid down. Because it was booked for Sting to win, because he was supposed to be taking some time off, and they didn't want him to have the title. Well, he took the time off.
Hogan?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
So
I could have still fucking beat him up. Damn, Sting could have just dropped him with a fucking thing. He could have damn at least locked up. They could have locked up. But it could have been still good. Lazy booking. My hat's off to you, Jim Cornette. That was for him. Lazy booking, he says. That's what he would say about it.
It was lazy booking.
Lazy booking. And I say the same motherfucking thing.
But if it wasn't lazy booking, like they booked it to have a squash match, and then Terry Bollea was throwing his little temper tantrum because he didn't want to lose like that.
He didn't want to lose like that, exactly. But he just laid down and all's worse. It's worse. You don't want to get beat up by Sting? That's kind of like for me, that's kind of like disrespecting the man they call Sting, okay? So that's a disrespect to some Sting shit. And Sting look at his face. You saw his face. You saw Sting's face. He didn't like that shit. It was a disrespect. It was a slap in the face. Oh, you can't take a squash from me? You gotta lay down? The fuck? Sting didn't want that. But he had to do it because it's his job. End of the day, Sting's job was to do whatever happened in that match. Whatever that match was. He had to do it. End of the day.
Then he was going to come back after his time off as Terry Bollea himself instead of Hulk Hogan.
Start doing Hulk or whatever. Yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan. He's dumb. Hulk Hogan. Hoax Hogan.
Then we got Sid Vicious and Goldberg. Sid just came down the ring. He's still covered in blood. Greenberg. He was green in the beginning of his
whole days in WCW.
Oh,
Real green.
the beautiful entrance of the Goldberg.
Oh yeah, we got Doug. What's his name?
All the security guards.
Damn it, he was on the wrestling game. You could play as him. Man, what was his name?
All the security guards surrounding Goldberg in his entrance.
I can't remember the guy behind him though.
So he doesn't beat anybody up. Is it Doug?
Doug something, man.
I can't remember.
Doug Dillinger.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Doug Dillinger is the Dillinger money guy. But was Doug Dillinger also this guy?
What do you mean the money guy? Doug Dillinger. This is Dougie Dillinger. Dillinger Duty. Poopy head old man. He's a doo-doo head. I don't know. Something. Can't remember what his name was. That was Doug Dillinger.
It is Doug Dillinger.
Told you. See, I'm right about everything. I am the wrestling Mac, the god of wrestling.
Doug Dillinger.
I am the wrestling god. Oh, I want to say something though.
I've always loved Goldberg's entrance.
I want to say something, man. They brought back Baron Corbin last night with JBL, and it was shit. It was fucking shit. I didn't like it. I was like,
Is
man.
Baron Corbin back with money again?
I mean, yeah.
Not poor, not homeless.
His name is Baron Corbin. He's got the same Titantron he did with Happy Corbin.
Yeah.
So it's Happy Corbin just named Baron Corbin, basically. Same, Fedora, whatever they call him, Fedora. And yeah, his outfit's a little different, but I think he looks like shit.
Burning in the sparks. There we go.
Somebody need to do something with Baron Corbin. I liked him when he had the long hair, and I liked him, the dark image and all that.
Is he going to exhale the smoke? There it is.
That was bad for him. He shouldn't have been doing that. He's an idiot. But he's a jack son bitch.
He is a big boy.
Comes out there with Doug Dillinger and all these security guards.
I love it. It's great. They don't stand in the fireworks with him, though.
I thought it was funny. Oh, here comes a... Is that
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, boy.
Entrance from the back. Beating up Goldberg.
Ooh, is that Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash and
He's
Scott
wearing
Hall.
some FUBU. That's freaking gangster right there.
They are so gangster.
Look, Kevin Nash is wearing FUBU.
Oh, I love Scott Hall's silk
good
shirt.
Scott Hall looks,
and he looks
too.
great. They look good.
Big boot, yo. And they're fighting in street clothes. Like, literally something you would go to the store in.
They're beating up Goldberg.
And they're the outsiders.
The outsiders and the
weren't they the outsiders in WWE, I thought?
Freaking
the whole throwing
the throwing of the toothpick.
Oh,
I love it.
Man. I'm a
Sid.
big fan of some Scott Hall.
Psycho Sid.
Like, if I didn't, I mean...
They were the outsiders. They just said it.
Yeah. They had the shirt on. Kevin Nash showed it. With his FUBU wearing ass. He looked dope in that shit. See, he looked like they were, like, just had, like, a concert or something. They were, like, rappers or something.
So when did Hogan have his heel turn in '99?
Man, no, NWO already happened, right? Yeah, NWO already happened. I thought that was like 90 something, 6, 7. Something
Formation
there. With the
of the
NWO black and white, boy.
Black. And
I like the Wolfpack though. Wolfpack actually was able to get Sting, so that's just what it is, Bo.
They did that.
Mm-hmm. But see, the regular black and white NWO ended up getting a fake Sting, which was played by somebody.
And we were talking about that earlier. They did Surfer Sting, fake Sting, and they did Crow fake Sting.
And I don't even know if they use the same person for both gimmicks, but or both deals or whatnot. I mean, Sting's always been Sting, but Surfer Sting because he was living out there in down Florida, out there in
shocked the United States to its core in 1996 when he joined the New World Order. 96.
96 NWO. So yeah, 96, 97, 98.
Then we had the
So
NWO
you had a
for
good
4 years.
3 years NWO, I believe. So, he is busted.
Oh, they reopened the wound that he already had.
You know what? You know who the modern day Psycho Sid is? It's Brock Lesnar.
I don't like Brock Lesnar.
I don't care.
I know.
But listen to me. The person that Psycho said now is Brock Lesnar. Who the fuck else? Other than Alexander Hammerstone.
I don't know that person.
But you don't know who he is. I mean, Alexander Hammerstone, that boy is fucking jacked. The boy's good too.
Vicious with the big boot.
Fun fact, I was talking about him when we went to this bar one time for karaoke, and I just did a podcast and recorded it and stuff, and I'd gotten in the car and I was telling you that I just finished a podcast, and that's who I was talking about. I was Alexander Hammerstone. So it's kind of funny how I'm talking about him now. But anyway, take it back sometime.
So Sid and Goldberg, we got Sid Vicious busted open and Goldberg.
He's got a camel clutch on him.
Camel clutch, fully laid back, fully.
Like Psycho's got where Goldberg's thighs are the only thing on the mat right now. And Goldberg is sitting on his butt, like he is sitting and wrenched it back like that. But Goldberg's already got him out.
Picked him up
on his shoulders,
on his shoulders,
kid.
And,
an electric chair
drop.
Wow. Oof. I always wondered why they call it electric chair drop. I guess it just goes the way you look when you're sitting up there, But damn,
Sid kicked out of the electric chair. And one thing I can say about Goldberg, from the time he was young to now, he never really got much better or different.
Nah, he stayed basically the same. He was literally thrown in green. That's why I would joke about
his mic skills, nothing ever really improved.
Mm-mm. I mean, he got better from his first whatever matches up until now and forever, but that was the only growing he really did, was from the time he debuted to the time it was a certain time period. It was a certain time period, because he did have some growing period in the beginning, but he was literally thrown in. They looked at him and said, whoa, we can use you right now. Let's just fucking go with this. You've got at least what we can work with, and let's just go with it. That's basically what they did. Just threw him in there.
It was lazy booking for just a big guy.
Lazy booking.
For just a big guy who came in and squashed 350 people, wasn't it? Before he got to Scott Hall?
It was 100 and some people. And in Scott Hall, it was Scott Hall guy. They tased him. Yeah, fucking cattle prod him.
Kevin Nash beat him for the world title that night after Scott Hall tased him, I think.
I've actually talked to somebody in real life about being thrown in too early. And it was Courtney Montgomery. Court Montgomery, me and him would talk about it a lot. Or he had mentioned it before, they did throw me in too early, but it's basically it's not the easiest of easy. It's like he wasn't even finished with a lot of the training yet. He just had enough to go out there. The promoter believed in him and stuff like that. So you never know, when you're going to get thrown out there or whatnot. They just be like, okay, you look great in training and stuff like that. Let's just see what you can do.
Bleeding.
So
he has a crimson.
From knowing somebody with experience with that, Goldberg going in with green, I would say my friend Courtney literally did better than maybe Goldberg, because he might have been green as well, but Greenberg over here literally hurt people and injured them to where Court didn't. So it's a difference,
Goldberg got Vicious as a bloody crimson mask. He is fully busted open now.
And it looks like Goldberg's bleeding as well, but he's got Psycho's blood all over him.
Sid's blood just all over him. And
it's the sickest thing ever, but this was one of my favorite matches back
Ric Flair. Sid Vicious looks like Ric Flair right now. His whole hair is covered. Yeah.
Changing. It looks like a murder scene. It looks like that character out of Hellraiser 1.
Oh, Vicious fighting back, mounting a comeback.
Yeah, he's definitely mounting it.
Oh, and then Goldberg squashes that comeback with an elbow in the corner.
He might injure him.
We got a jackhammer and spear coming.
And they're plain too. They both look the same with their tights and stuff. Everything's basically
can Vicious just stand up so Goldberg can spear him?
But damn, yeah, Psycho Sid, man, he's one of my favorites from.
Oh, they called a knockout.
But called it. He's not knocked out. He's still moving. Knockouts are like, well, I mean, he is too much. I'm glad they called it though, for real, because it could be injury. That's the main event, ain't it? That's the United States title.
Goldberg just won the title.
Here goes Rick Steiner for some reason out here. This is weird. What's Rick Steiner doing? He's got glasses on inside. He's like, dude, I'm too cool. I wear my sunglasses inside.
You know, Vicious and
I said Mickey J.
Mickey J called the match
Oh,
off.
Mickey J, that is the referee's name. Well, I was thinking about Mickey James.
I
I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy.
And Goldberg has won the U.S. Championship.
For the first time. Right? Because Psycho had it coming out, right? Didn't he come out with it? Or is it vacant?
I think Sid had it.
Okay.
Yeah, new WCW United States Champion.
Okay.
Goldberg.
And he wins. Mickey J. Or K. Whatever his name is.
They called the match because Sid was losing too much
Sid
blood.
is just a leaking faucet right
Yeah.
now. He is just...
That's covered in blood.
Yeah, he's worse than leaky faucet, man. Like, he is just covered. And they're gonna take that rag and collect all his blood so they can make voodoo dolls of him, later, and just like save his blood and sell it. That's what I would have done.
I wonder if they really.
That's what I would have done. What do they do? What do you think they do with the bloody rag of a famous wrestler?
Make a voodoo doll?
I mean, I don't know. What would you do with it? I'd sell that shit on eBay, man.
Throw it away.
I don't know about that. It's Psycho Sid's blood. Someone's gonna want to buy that.
Wash it.
Some sicko's gonna want to play it.
Wash it.
Wash it. No. You keep the blood on the rag and then you put it in something and you say Psycho Sid's blood from Halloween Havoc 1999. The match, have the match card, Psycho versus Gold. Or Greenberg, what are you gonna call
They
him?
still want to go at it.
They're dumb. I'm dumb, boy. So let's let Rick Steiner, cool Steiner over here, cool man Steiner. He's like, I'm cool, bite me. And it says it's on his butt, though. It's on his butt area. So
Goldberg just won the United States Championship.
Bite my butt, boy.
Ended Sid's streak.
This is to a bloody end.
The referee stopped it.
So, I mean,
he never said, I'm telling you.
I think it was a good
I'm
call.
gonna talk crap about that.
I think it was a good call.
The commentary team went off about how it was not fair that Sid lost the title because the referee called it.
I guess it was a good call, though. I mean, Psycho was kind of dangerously bleeding. So
I've never seen the referee call a match like that, though.
he might be vicious and all that, and vicious and non-delicious, but him bleeding like that's kind of chaotic. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of reckless to not go ahead and call it, I guess, too.
Yeah.
But there's been times where they should have called it and they didn't. So just it's just like whatever. I guess it's however the match looks and feels and the vibe of it. That looked pretty brutal. That looked like he was leaking too much. Leaking out his brains and stuff. Like his brains are dripping on the ground. So the world title's already happened. And the United States champion already happened. This is Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff shit right here. Is Vince Russo even... I wonder if he's even on this shit. This is fuckery. This is like fuckery. What's the main event of this damn thing? Is that what happened? Goldberg's not the main event?
I really hope that's not the main event. We're going to get DDP and Flair.
Oh, yeah. Is that the
match.
strap match? I mean, is that the main event? This is fucking crazy, bro. Who the hell know, bro?
Yeah, the strap match. Flair.
And that's the main event?
Yeah.
Now we got some hotel scene, which is...
We got Kimberly trying to be
Kimberly?
sexy for DDP. And then she's in the hotel room with Ric Flair instead.
She's got like some champagne glasses going and
Yeah.
with some type of fruit in it, I guess.
Oh no, she knows she's with Ric Flair. She's getting ready to drug him.
Oh, she about got caught with pills. Look at him, he's jacked and going. That's perverted fucker. Oh Lord, I can't speak enough on this. I don't like Ric Flair.
And we got a Ric Flair and Kimberly promo about what happened on Monday when she got spankings
14 spanking.
from her old enough to be daddy person.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ric Flair's just like, I'm old enough to be your daddy, but I want to date you type dude. Like, this is fucking weird shit. Ric Flair's just like one of them grit and grimy persons, you know? He probably hit on Brooke Hogan when she was a kid or growing up. Like when she was like, what?
Sting's coming back out
17?
with the world title.
That pervert.
Sting's coming back out.
When is he gonna have another match? He's like, yo, I need a challenger, or I just don't want this belt because I want it stupidly. I mean, why is Sting coming right back out with the belt? What's going on now? Hogan and Sting, and it's not just that. Oh, he throws the belt down. He threw the belt down. You know how I would fix it right now? I just have Goldberg go out there and squash Sting, take the belt. What else can you do?
Sting's yelling, I did not come to Las Vegas for a night off.
Yeah. And that's basically a night off just to lay down and
For Hogan to
I
lay
mean
down.
for Hogan to
He
lay
came
down.
to Las Vegas for a fight. He's mad at Hulk Hogan. He wants to fight him.
Yeah, because Sting ain't no trash bagger. He don't bag trash. He takes it out. He has lost his mind right now. He's mad.
He's mad.
He's yeah.
So he's not challenging Hogan.
He didn't actually say this, but basically what he's saying is, I did not paint my face this great to not wrestle. God damn it!
I mean, it's going to get ripped off anyway.
He still
Every time.
It hasn't yet, has it?
Sting always gets ripped
It's
off.
still on there, except for a little bit of that nose trying to come off. But you know, oh my God, you got that ugly looking fucker in the crowd trying to be Sting, but it looks like some black metal war paint.
Sting just said he'll be coming out here later tonight for the main event.
Oh, what?
And we're going to see a world title match.
For who? Against who? Opponent will be, you can open a challenge. Like, okay, so it's an open challenge.
An open challenge, whoever comes out when he comes back out.
Just insanity, folks.
That's crazy.
Like and subscribe. Fear the Spear.
Combined with the end of the Goldberg match and now that, have you ever seen anything like this on a pay-per-view?
Probably so. It's a bunch of crap. Just horrible, horrible shit going on here.
Ah, there's DDP.
Okay, here comes the strap.
Strap match.
Strap-a-dap match.
Kimberly coming out here with her
Kimberly.
headlights showing again.
She got her headlights showing. They're on real beamers. Like they're real beamers right now. The shit like it must be cold in there or something.
Yeah. Oh, there goes DDP with his pyro.
Hey, like for real, it must be really cold in there. They're showing off right now. Our little nips.
That's why I said her headlights were showing. It's really obscene.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like they're off placement too. She shouldn't have got surgery. The duper. She's doopy.
Now we got DDP being DDP.
DDP, boy, he's the best in the world right now, man. Like, he's the best, man. I liked him. But, I mean, the whole card was filled with some really good people.
He was one of the best.
It was filled with a bunch of good people on this card.
Yeah,
it really was.
This was a good
Goldberg,
card.
Psychosis. It's like the best one we've watched so far with the years we went with, I think. Because, you know, I probably would have fell asleep on a lot of those that we watched.
Halloween Havoc 99.
Like the last one we did.
Has been the
with
best.
All the white boots and one black boot. Yeah.
Halloween Havoc 99 has been the best so far, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And here comes Flair to fight DDP in a strap match Wonder if he's going to pull the same tactic like the Texas bull rope match we watched the other day. And not put his wrist in it on the Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, with the carrying cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, what? No puppies out in the crowd? This ain't WWE, guys.
Puppies,
It's not
JR.
Puppies,
JR.
I'm going to piss. Entertain the fuckers.
Hey.
Oh,
What are y'all doing? We're getting ready to watch Ric Flair wrestle in a strap match with the Diamond Dallas Page. DDP. Bang! Yeah, so not really much. DDP's really mad. Flair just got his hand strapped into the strap. DDP's got to get in the ring to get strapped into the strap. Oh. Flair's popping with the belt, the strap, before DDP even gets hooked in. Flair's got it and twirling it around. DDP with a big spot in the corner beating up on Flair. This is a good match so far. A little ring psychology between the two guys. He's Ric Flair just whipping him like a government mule, as JR would say. One of my favorite commentators of all time. Oh! Right into the turnbuckle, Ric Flair pulls DDP through the strap. This is a good match so far.
Oh, look at derpy Ric Flair. Looks like he's been up all night on a bench derping out.
He's only 50 years old.
He's 50 years old here, like where Chris Jericho is in AEW, which is kind of wild right now to even think about, to be honest. You know, really odd to be thinking about, because you got Ric Flair's 50 right here, 1999, and then you got Jericho, which is 50 something right now, 2022, AEW. So, kind of wild, people. But yeah, so that is what it's all about. So what are you doing, little doggy? All the doggies are asleep right now, or at least laying. We are conversing and reviewing 1999, and I don't know what other year we should do. If we do another year before October's out. I was thinking 95, 96. Maybe both. But this is Halloween right now. So, right now, because this is going to get released on October 31st.
Halloween.
So, on Halloween.
Our special Halloween episode.
Yes.
As we were dressed up earlier.
Yes. So this is what it's going to be doing. This will be dropped on that day. And
Halloween Havoc 99 on Christmas. Or no.
On Christmas. Yeah, on Christmas.
On Halloween.
On Halloween, probably around 11 or 12.
We'll do December to Dismember.
Oh, yeah, when Christmas comes around.
Christmas.
In Christmas time, we'll be doing all kinds of different stuff.
Best Santa Clauses. Mick Foley, of course.
Which I did do one of those, like, last year. But or the year before, something like that. And
Stone
but I
Cold
was thinking
Steve Austin,
also
Mick Foley.
watching. Oh yeah, I did all that. Like I said, all those guys. I said Vince McMahon, Mark Henry, Damian Sandow. But I want to do Santa Slay. I want to watch Santa Slay movie that has Goldberg in it. And I also want to review that on this channel. So we'll be watching Santa Slay, probably. What's that one with Hogan in it? Anyway, there'll be a couple Christmas movies that have wrestlers in it. There's also a movie that has The Miz and Paige in it. That we can also do as well.
Is that a porno?
Nah.
That's a throwback to Paige.
Yeah,
making
getting
porno.
F'd by Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox. And Brad Maddox was recording Xavier Woods doing the naughty with Paige.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, but yeah.
Oh, Ric Flair
Xavier
kissing
Woods.
Kimberly
I
again
mean, he was so sick.
in the middle of the match.
It wasn't a work kiss. He was shoot kissing her, I think. It just looks like a shoot kiss. Like he's just like groping, just being a weird old man. That's what he is, an old pervert. He's an old pervert his my whole career.
Kimberly, or not Kimberly. Tori liked it earlier.
Tori might have liked it, but Kimberly don't like it. And Tori's a whore anyway, probably at this point, because I think she was literally married to Billy Kidman. So who knows? But I love me some DDP, and for DDP to be beating up this dude that everybody likes, like the Hogan type, the John Cena, well, who else? Like.
Oh, Ric Flair's busted open. Here we go with the crimson mask and the hair changing color.
Oh Lord, here it goes again. So that's like 2 matches in a row just doing that right there, man. That's just like, where's the creativity at? Well, this is bleed him, and this is making him bleed out.
Are they gonna stop the match for Flair too?
Oh man, WCW never do.
Charles Robinson gonna let it go though. That's who's the referee.
Like 2 Ric Flairs in this match.
I fucking love Charles Robinson. He's probably my favorite referee.
I like
Teddy Long was good too.
I like Mike Chioda or Earl Hebner, but he screwed jobs to people. But yeah, I like I guess it would be Mike Chioda.
The only normal or the only different like special referee, because it was Charles Robinson. Everybody else had like brunette, dark hair.
Yeah.
Charles Robinson was the only one that had blonde hair.
It was blonde and flared back. Nick Patrick, I didn't really like him. He went NWO, which I didn't like when referees were like
Bang!
He was in the NWO, so
A faction.
It was kind of bad when you have like your referee is in your faction, and then when you're getting that referee's reffing your match, it's just not. It just looks like of course you're gonna win.
Oh, DDP with the strap on top of the announce table.
This is a lot more already than what Karrion Kross and Edge did. Not Edge. Karrion Kross and what was that?
Karrion Kross and
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
I don't know why I was thinking about Edge for, but
Edge was a hard hitting match.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about Edge, but
I quit.
Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross with the strap match.
The strap match.
I mean, you got Ric Flair's already bleeding. Like he's covered already. That man just went all out for what he does.
That's
which I commend him for.
It's one of the reasons I love Ric Flair. He always went all the way for his craft.
So they're like, yeah, I respect that. Of course. Just don't like him. Boom.
DDP with the elbow drop. A very nonchalant pin cover.
DDP's the man. Just the absolute.
Oh, DDP roughing up Charles Robinson.
Jacking him up. Like, hey, come here, boy. I always like DDP's chest tattoo. It's just this normal star, but it's the placement and the size of the star.
Oh, the diamond cutter is signaling for it. Oh, and Ric Flair with the downstairs.
Yeah, the nutter shot. The
low blow from Ric Flair.
Boy, handbagging it.
The low blow.
Punching the man punching bag. The man bag. Whatever we call it. I don't know.
And he's got the strap, and he's going to beat DDP. There we go.
I mean, she is wearing a green. I think the outfit is just ugly.
It just looks like watermelons. It's tie-dye green.
It's horrendous.
Bralette and tights.
She's like, her nips have been hard the whole pay-per-view, too. About 2 hours, 3 hours in. Just harder than hell.
Oh, and a Ric Flair chop.
And he is so tall. He has got to literally, like, scrunch down.
And DDP with the nut punch.
Like, for real, like, DDP is so tall. He's roped. Like, the corner is not tall enough for him.
Ric Flair just beat him up.
Beating him like a government mule.
In the nuts.
Stone cold. That government mule beating. But Ric Flair looks nasty right now. Well, that's what he is anyway. Ric Flair's probably created so many STDs in his life. Just like literally created his own strain of STD. It's called the Flair. You know, there's something, you know. Rictonitis or Rictonitis or whatever, Rictonitis disease or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Ric Flair's probably created his own sex disease or whatever you call it.
Ric Flair.
Sexual.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Disease. That's what happened. That's what he does.
We've got a whole match still to go.
It's ridiculous. It really is. Because, I mean, I thought, well, what's the main event now? It was like
Sting.
Crazy. All these big matches
Championship.
before all this.
Against whoever.
I can see this being
challenges.
Like, you know, close to the main event as us being a strap match.
Maybe it's Rick Steiner. Maybe Rick Steiner's going to come back and fight Sting for the world championship.
Oh, that'd be dumb. No, I won't. It should be The Undertaker.
That would have been awesome.
Oh, Lord, man. If you did that, man, 1999, they're about to be taken over any fucking way. I mean...
Oh, the figure four. Here we go.
I mean, they're real close to being taken over.
Ric Flair's got it wrapped in. The figure four.
Wrapped in tight, boy.
And DDP's in the middle of the ring, too. And he's pinned. 1, 2. Oh, DDP kicks out. And tries to turn it over. He's trying to turn it over.
He's like a fish without a water. He's trying to get that gasp of air. He's struggling. Oh, he comes up again.
And the strap's still around his neck.
Yeah, asphyxiating him. But we don't know if he likes that or not, so.
Oh, and Flair.
Well, it kind of looks like he doesn't like it.
Got the figure four cinched in right in the middle of the ring.
It is. It's deep.
It's bad.
Yeah.
DDP trying to get the rope break.
Push this leg.
There he goes. Diamond Dallas Page got the rope break.
Got it. Y'all go check out DDP's yoga.
DDP yoga.
Yeah. Or DDP and Jake the Snake Pit podcast. Go check that out. They all podcast together or something another.
He's helping him up.
Where Jake the Snake was talking.
Ric Flair punching DDP in the head.
Jake the Snake talking like real, like he has no voice. Like he's training, man. It was kind of horrible.
Oh,
to hear my voice just training, but.
Low blow.
Low blow. How many low blows have we seen? Just jerk it. You should have jerked that arm. It's so dope. You would have jerked that arm. Oh, man. He should have just jerked the arm. Oh. He's just...
With the strap rubbing across the face. Leather burn.
Yeah, he's burning that son of a bitch. That's what he needs to be. I mean, Ric Flair has already burned himself by creating sexual diseases. So, I mean, might as well burn him more.
He's choking him.
Yeah,
the
he likes asphyxiation there.
And the diamond cutter!
That was brutal, okay?
Out of nowhere.
That was a good one, too. That was probably one of the best.
Beautiful diamond cutter.
And it was because it was done to Ric Flair. And it's over. Good. Close the coffin. It's over. It's over. Nail in the coffin, boy. It's because Charles Robertson couldn't watch Ric Flair take no more pain, okay? He's like in love with Ric Flair. He couldn't watch him take no more pain, so he's just like, you know what?
DDP diamond cutter Charles
Robertson. It was nasty. Just the nasty cutter to damn Ric Flair was nasty. That was nasty as hell, bro. Nasty boy.
Oh, here comes David with the crowbar.
No, Kimberly's stopping him.
Kimberly trying to be sexual with David.
This fake, this
Oh!
balls.
Low blow again?
Yeah, he got
Jeez.
so many low blows in this one. You know, Vince Russo was calling it.
Oh! He bent the crowbar.
See, fake.
That's not a shoot crowbar.
Oh man,
That is a
bendy.
A work crowbar.
A work crowbar
For
It's
sure.
bended too much to be a crowbar, dude. And you would think that you know us as humans would know that, like, or the people who created this show would be like, yo, they're not gonna believe that a crowbar being bent over a human body is not gonna happen. The body's gonna bend around that first, you know, like it's too. Oh, and this DDP's just stuck. My boy David Flair in the mouth. Oof. I like David Flair. I just don't like the rest of the family.
You don't like Charlotte?
No, I don't like Charlotte either. I'm good on that.
Oh, Diamond Cutter.
He took it as a stunner. David Flair literally laid on his knees. It was crazy. He just like bent himself a little bit. It was not good. Didn't look good at all. Like he could have injured himself. Like he's going for it again because he didn't do it right. Had to be. They had to have done it again because he was like, you didn't do it right. You gotta take it, face front. You gotta take a face bump, dude. You got a face bump, bro, not your knees, bro. I'm not Stone Cold.
And then he drops the elbow, low blow on David
I wonder
Flair's
if
nuts.
that's what happened when he picked him up. He said, David, I'm not Stone Cold. Don't land on your knees, dude. Face bump. You know, like, I wonder, because sometimes, like, I'm going to tell you this is truth. If you mess up a move in the ring, when they go to do it again, that's why they do it again. Because they have to do that move. If they mess it up, they literally have to try to fix it quick enough to actually pull the move off. I've seen it, and recently, too, shit happening. It's like they have to do it again. Just one time, the girl wouldn't go through the table, and this was nasty. The girl wouldn't go through the table, so they had to keep picking this girl up and keep doing it until they literally broke the table. It was fucking nasty.
Well, Ric Flair's going out on a backboard here.
I just think it's crazy. Like, if you mess a move up, you literally got to try to do it again. Even, might drop them on their head, but it's gotta do it. Oh, nasty! Ric Flair's
getting taken out on a crowbar or on a stretcher.
Yeah, his son couldn't do nothing for him. Poor thing. Probably didn't really want to help him anyway.
Or David got a diamond cutter.
He probably just got paid to go out there and help his dad.
I mean,
yeah, he probably wouldn't. He probably didn't really want to do it genuinely.
It's part of the storyline. They all get paid to do everything they do.
Yeah, even if it's to go out there and help your dad, he didn't want to help in the first place. He was like, "No, fuck that dude." I don't know. Whatever. I hate Ric Flair.
Matt Jackson. This just in. If anybody didn't know, Matt Jackson hates Ric Flair.
Yep. Just in. I don't like him. It's something else, man. I don't like Vince Russo either. Vince Russo can go to hell. So is there another match?
Vince Russo, you're fired.
He should have gotten fired plenty of times, but whatever. They wanted to keep him on the booking, like creative, whatever the fuck. I said that's not a good idea. He's the one who had somebody birth a whole hand. Like he's the reason for the hand being born.
We got David Flair and Ric Flair, and Charles Robinson's super worried about Rick.
He's crying.
Yeah.
Charles Robinson is crying over his damn Ric Flair lookalike twin.
Ric Flair.
They're like probably a gay couple or something.
This show is.
They're a couple. They're a couple.
To say the least, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not saying it in a bad way.
Ric Flair.
He's like crying over him like it's his husband or something.
That's not
or
a problem.
His boyfriend or his. No, it's not. It's not. But I'm just saying that's how he's crying. It's like
he loves him.
Like he loves him. Like loves him more than a friend. Is what I'm trying to mean. Not in a bad way. Is what I'm not trying to say in a bad way. I'm just saying as a friend. Like it's like too much. Like. He's crying. He's crying over Ric Flair. Like, this is what Ric Flair does on a normal basis. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you so intimately into it?
Out on a stretcher, man.
He's like crying. He's crying like his dog got took out in the shed and got shot.
Well, that's
or he got a spanking.
All right. Now, in the next match, we got, after Ric Flair's being carried off in a stretcher, Charles Robinson crying and all that.
Fuck that mess.
We got...
I was like crying for him.
Soon to come up. Sting's open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship since Hogan just laid down and Sting was like, don't
yeah, Billy Kidman's attacking.
Oh, no.
They're attacking
Ric Flair.
Yeah, emergency team. They're doing what I told them to do. I booked them to do.
The filthy animals are destroying Ric Flair.
I said, you know what? Filthy animals, go out there and destroy Ric Flair. Because this is what I would have done. I would have had more people destroy him. I'd had like the whole locker room go out there and destroy him.
Oh, and then David's
Ric
getting
Flair's
involved.
trying to, dry hump Conan. It's really bad. I mean, he just hasn't had a girlfriend in a while.
Eddie threw him in the stretcher.
Anything get to.
Or in the
poor
ambulance.
They're just throwing asses in there like, go for the
They just kidnapped Ric Flair.
Yeah, are they? Yeah, that's what's going on. They're kidnapping him with an ambulance. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy, mate.
They just kidnapped... The filthy animals just kidnapped Ric Flair.
Just kidnapped him.
In the back of it.
They said, that's an ambulance.
All right, we got another commercial break. Be sure to get all your Halloween decorations
from Spirit of Halloween. They're expensive.
From Spirit Halloween.
Well, they're expensive ass stuff.
Yes, we have
Walmart. Just go to Walmart. So cheap.
Masks and hats and swords
and everything you need, man.
Anything you need.
Probably a Gumby costume. I think I saw it there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space shit's everywhere.
Oh, yeah. That's a really popular one this year.
Yeah, Chucky's and
all that
stuff.
There we go.
I'm glad the damn commercial.
We're back.
Live and in color. Multicolored transit. Or transcendental. Whatever the hell I'm trying to talk about. I say.
Alright, so we got Sting.
And this dope ass fucking entrance stuff they got going on. I really like it.
Sting coming back out for his open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship since he didn't want to win to Hogan like that.
And it's going to be a squash match.
Who's he going to fight?
I don't know. But I like these people in the crowd. It was like 5 people deep.
Guys,
and they had pumpkin shit.
Post in the comments who you think Sting is going to fight. I mean, you should probably know because you probably watched this pay-per-view before, but I don't remember.
Yeah. If you even want to comment, just, it's, you can. Y'all can comment.
Wouldn't it have been dope if just he issued the open challenge and then Undertaker came in as the Undertaker or even the American Badass for the world title?
Oh, man. I don't know how he would have to do that. He'd probably change his little gimmick and everything. He might have been able to come in as the Undertaker. I mean, that's a universal word, but, I don't know.
The maybe not the American Badass, but still Biker Taker.
Who is it? I don't really. I mean, it's like I've seen this pay-per-view, but I don't remember shit. It's crazy.
We're about to know in a minute. It's a live telecast, guys.
It's live. This is going on right now. This is this is the year 1999 in real life.
Here he comes, the challenger.
It is October 18th.
Goldberg.
No, it's not.
Goldberg.
That's right. It was. Oh my
God.
Yes. Okay. Never mind.
Sting
I do remember
for
this.
The World Heavyweight Championship.
I do remember this because Goldberg was like he wasn't. He just did it because he did the United States Championship and he got that in the same night. That's right. I totally forgot about that. Oh my God, he did. And then he squashes Sting and takes the belt.
Is he spearing jackhammer Sting?
I think it is, if I remember correctly. I mean, I think it's a little bit of a match, maybe. I mean, we're talking about Sting. I don't think Sting. I don't know.
Would job to the
Goldberg
like that?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
This was a big match growing up, though. This was huge. He's got blood still on him. Goldberg still got blood on his arms. It's weird.
In his back.
Yeah, why didn't you go wash that off? Your match was a long time ago.
And he could have taken a shower.
Yeah, he could have, but he didn't. He's just like, no, you're gonna smell my ball sweat from the last match.
All right, we got
hell, don't get my butthole near you.
Sting versus Goldberg. We'll see if it's a squash match in the next minute.
I can't remember, but I know it was some type of song.
Sting said, "I came to fight," and Goldberg said,
"I came to squash."
It's fine with me. We can fight.
But I can squash too. You don't be taking y'all's time, man. I ain't got time for this shit, bro. I want to see the squash, bro. Bam, boom. Take the belt from him.
Sting jumped out of the...
Although I love Sting at this point. It was kind of hard right now. I mean, I like both of them. Sting, I mean, Goldberg was beating everybody. Nobody was beating him, and then Sting was just the dopest thing around. So, I mean, everything. This was like the match that was like the pinnacle of what we was invested in the 99. This shit that
Charles Robinson back to
Charles
referee.
Robinson again. What the hell? He's done crying, folks. He's done crying. Like and subscribe. He's done crying like a little school child. Baby.
There we go. Sting versus
Ridiculous.
Goldberg.
And we got some knees, the guts, of Sting in the corner. And some
Greenberg.
kicks. Yeah. It comes
Beating up Sting, actually.
he was whatever colors after green.
Punching him a few times.
So he might eat bluebird.
And a lariat.
And some punches in the face. Ew.
Oh, punch him in the head.
Sting ain't doing nothing yet.
Sting has not mounted any offense.
No, nothing. Sting, I mean, it's just crazy.
Goldberg's
He
just
was
out of
taking
control.
it. And Sting's the world champion too. But if you take a look at both these guys, and you don't go by star power, and you went by fucking size and mass and whatever, and what would be, like, realistically speaking, it would be Goldberg, of course, winning the shit, right? Because it's big and special.
Realistically, yes, Goldberg. But I think Sting could also realistically win this match in some capacity.
Some type of form or fashion.
Yeah.
He might have cheated.
Find a way to pull it out.
Hit him with a baseball bat across the forehead or something. Boom, he's out. Any man with a baseball bat in the head, done.
Oh, Goldberg with a shoulder into the ring post.
The shoulders in the ring post, stuff like that. Sting's got to fucking work all the fucking areas of the ring. The ring, the arena, the ring, the extra stuff if you can.
Sting didn't even smash him into the ring post though. Goldberg went after Sting, and Sting let him hit the ring post.
Still, any type of that is good.
Oh, Stinger splash from the top rope.
Yeah, like a frog splash. Not the one in the corner.
Oh, spear.
That was good. I mean, hit him with that
nice
one kick.
spinning back kick.
I love that kick.
By the Goldberg.
That kick is nice.
He might be Yellowberg now.
Yellowberg.
Oh! Head into the turnbuckle.
Yellowberg. He sounds like yellow. That sounds like Big Bird. He's Big Bird now.
Stinger splash. Into the corner.
He's going another one.
Stinger splash. Into the corner.
And then he's going for a
third Stinger splash. Into the corner. And Goldberg just falls down.
Just collapses. Like an idiot. Boom, boom.
Spear! Nope.
Nope.
Spear!
Oh my god.
Leapfrog and then the spear.
Turned him inside out. Yes, I remember that moment right
Squash
there.
match.
That's a famous moment
right
he
here.
does. Where it's a clip that goes around.
Pick him up. Jackhammer.
Oh my dude, that was a good moment. This was the Halloween Havoc that had the world go crazy.
Jackhammer.
He's up and he is
down.
It is done. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Sting will take
Goldberg
that.
stings the world
Sting will take
champion.
that. Sting took that. He liked that. He was fine with that. Sting wins the world championship earlier in this night, but then Goldberg comes out there and gives them an actual match that he was kind of wanting, even though it was kind of short and to the point, whatever. But Sting just wanted at least that. He wanted at least that. He wanted to be respected, and I'm gonna give you this title, but come on now, you're gonna win, but you got to at least give me a fight. Don't hit me with 2 moves and it's over and it's it.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys, the new heavyweight champion of the world.
yep, because this is live footage. He wins this match
Goldberg.
every time I watch this match. Goldberg wins.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That's the
Every
craziest
time
thing.
I watch Goldberg versus Sting 1999 Halloween Havoc, it is the same outcome every time. I just do not understand. It blows my mind every day. But anyway, thanks for your time and spending
All right,
with us.
y'all.
Yeah.
This has been the High as Fuck podcast with your boy Joe Cool
and Matt Jackson. And that has been the Highest Fuck podcast. And we are like Sting. We are out.
And we are out the building.
High as Fuck Podcast out.